On guys, it's Chris, the Alone Zone. What do you see? You see me wearing shades. Why am I wearing shades? Because I'm not going to do a video where my eyes are really red from crying. Now, I have cried on camera before, but I don't feel it's appropriate for me to be doing that. And as a man, I am not afraid to admit it. I fully intended on doing a great video today with a great topic and a great conversation in mind. But that video has fell to the wayside for a moment. It just sickens me. I try so hard. And maybe, yes, I understand I could try harder. But with the capabilities and with my mental status and with the issues I face on a daily basis, I try as hard as I can, I think. I've been doing more than ever. I'm trying to get out a little more. I'm trying to walk around places, be in more crowded places. I'm trying, and all it's doing is it's making me more depressed. It's making me more in the realization of how lonely I really am, because every time I come to these places, I'm always by myself. I'm never with anyone. And you know, regardless of whether the people around me, they have problems or not, the fact is most of them are with friends, they're in groups, and they're not alone. And I am 32 years old next month, and it's a shame that I missed out on my teenage years, my early 20s. I chose to do drugs to self-medicate, and that was my own decision. I did it. No one forced me. I did it because I was so depressed and so down and out. When I'm walking around the store, all I want is to go back. I want to go back to high school. I want to do it over. I want to, know basically what I can do and what I cannot let happen to me. And regardless of what other people say about me or the way they treated me and did to me, I would not let it bother me, and I would push through, and I would succeed. I would have friends. I'd be able to be 32 years old and have people I can hang out with on the weekends. And I wouldn't let none of this happen. But the sad fact is we can't go back. And every day it's like the inner child still inside, that's still in there, that got robbed of his youth, screams and begs, to go back and do it all over again. As I'm walking around these places that I go to, it's so awkward because I don't see 32-year-old Chris. I see 14, 15, 16-year-old Chris struggling, wishing he had friends. You want to know why? Because I've been doing it now for almost 20 years. That's why I don't see. It's like I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a warp, I'm still doing it just like I was almost 20 years ago. I'm still wishing, wanting, desiring, wondering why. And the problem these days is I know I can't go back, and that makes me sad. But it's a damn shame when you can't even walk around a place because your eyes well up, and I try to fight it, the tears off. I cannot. And so I have to leave the store because I can't walk around with tears running down my eyes. It's miserable. It's no way to live, and that's why I made that video a few videos back about coming to the conclusion that, you know what, it'd be best for me just to be dead. Will I take my own life? No, because I don't want to feel the pain. I'm not good with physical pain, so unless I can come up with a way that I think I could peacefully do it, it's probably not going to happen. So I'm going to have to wait for it to happen naturally. And all along I feel like I'm being punished, that I did something wrong, and I'm not innocent. I've done a lot of people wrong. As far as when I was doing drugs, I would lie to people to get money. That's basically it. So I wronged a lot of people out of money so I could get high, to try to feel better so I wasn't depressed. And I lied to them and stuff like that. But that's the only harm I ever did. Yes, I've gotten angry at people and yelled at people when they wouldn't give me money to get drugs, because I didn't want to feel bad that day. I wanted to get high and get out of the world. I'm not getting high anymore, and I haven't gotten high in going on 7 years now. Yes, I do take methadone, and that does not get you high. That basically, what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to kill your cravings. And for the most part, it has worked. But it's starting to not work. And it's not because I've been on it for so long, it's just because I'm so depressed and so miserable. I want to get high, I want to get out of this world. So now I'm at a point and at a crossroads to where the money that I spend on the methadone clinic, I can take that money and I can go back to doing crystal meth, cocaine, and marijuana, and taking painkillers, and just sedating myself to a point where I'm just out of it. Maybe not the crystal meth. I did do crystal meth briefly, but my favorite thing was painkillers, marijuana, and cocaine. And cocaine, the crystal meth gets you so high, so like geeky and euphoric. It's like, and you stay up for days. And I've done that plenty of times in my life when I was younger. But I don't want that type. I want a high that's basically just gonna mellow me and basically pretty much numb this emotional pain. It's different. You take downers, drink alcohol, stuff like that, you're going to be more likely to remember what caused you to start drinking that alcohol to get so drunk. So those type of things, that's why I stayed away from alcohol, because those would make me super emotional. But the painkillers, the cocaine, and the marijuana did not. What that did was basically just numb my mind where I couldn't feel. I felt no emotion, I felt no pain, I felt nothing, and I wasn't thinking about my problems. I was just so stoned out of it that I couldn't. So that's why I stayed away from the alcohol and the downers, so that way I could not, get myself in that emotional gap. And yes, I've drunk alcohol, and every time I drank alcohol, I ended up, just wailing and crying and just going crazy. So, and most of the time when I did my drugs, I did them alone. Sure, I went in houses and places where there were people, there was a drug dealer there, or his secondary or whatever. The drug dealer hired somebody to run the house, and essentially they would take houses and low rent, low budget houses, rent them out, and you would go to the house, you buy your dope, and sometimes I would just stay there because I was feeling so bad I didn't want to go back home. But that wasn't where I did. Most of the time I spent in my room high, getting alone. I never wanted to get high around people. I wanted to just be by myself, simply because I didn't want, no, not to say I never did get high around people, but it's strange, I guess, when I first started getting high, I guess in a way I was kind of like searching for that group, but I quickly started to realize a bunch of people getting high together really don't get along, because what ends up happening is you got to share your stuff, and if one person doesn't have money, you got to buy them stuff if you've got extra money. And what I figured was, wait a minute, I'm doing this so I don't feel my pain. So I need as much of it as I can get. So it caused me to turn in and do it more alone so I could have it all to myself. But anyways, I'm at the point now in life where I feel as though that's what it's time to do. It's time for me to start getting high again. And because I don't know what else to do. I cannot keep going out. I cannot keep getting up every day and trying to put on a smile. I can't keep going through life alone. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm tired of the stigma. I'm tired of seeing, these women who, and it's not about women. This has nothing to do with women, okay? This is not. I'm just thinking, I know I have a lot of problems, but I'm just tired of seeing, guys who are just, and that's why that last video I made, and I had to apologize because I offended someone, and I don't like doing that kind of stuff, but I just keep seeing these guys that I don't think deserve women, and they have them, and it's not fair, because the only thing I'm guilty of is having a mental illness. That's it. And it's a shame, and I know that's a turn off, but what are you gonna do, What are you gonna do? I mean, I didn't ask to be this way. I was born this way. So basically with this video here, what I'm trying to say is I'm just so sad. Everywhere I go, I leave in tears 90% of the time, and I don't know what to do. I'm at that point in life where I don't want to wake up anymore. I'm just tired of crying. I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of being alone. I deserve love. I deserve to have somebody, and because of the way the world is, because I have mental illness, and because there's a stigma around mental illness, I have to spend the rest of my life alone, and I know that's where I'm destined, and I know that's where I'm headed, and I just can't fathom this. At 32 years old now, I don't know when I'm gonna die. But I can't imagine spending many more years like this. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm at my wit's end, and you know, I know I get a lot of support from YouTube and my followers and subscribers, but I'm nothing to look up to. Some people say that I inspire them. How can I inspire you? I'm a loser. I have nothing. I've never wanted anything in life. I don't think I ever will. I'm miserable. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to wake up. And when I do try to put a foot forward and go out, what ends up happening is I end up getting more depressed, more upset, more sad, and more reminded. And now it's either I just want to die or I want to go back to using dope. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. I'm so lost, and there's no answers. There's no answers. But anyways, I'm gonna quit now. I'm gonna quit ranting and raving. And the video that I intended to make, I'm gonna try to muster up and get it out to you. Maybe not today. Today's Friday. More than likely, that video will come out Saturday, and it's appropriate for the weekend that we're upon us. And I apologize for those who don't like rants like this. Again, I'm gonna apologize for it. But this is as real, raw, and emotional as you can get, and that's what I'm about. I speak what I feel, and if I get out of line, I have no problem apologizing. That's just my nature. That's just the way I am. And again, if you don't like these rant type videos, I'm sorry, but that's what I do at times. I'm a real guy with real emotion. This is my therapy. I have no one to talk to when I'm upset and sad. So what do? I pull out my camera and I rant, and hopefully you guys watch it. You know, you guys are my therapy for now. You guys are the ones that give me an opportunity to speak. And sure, I could just come sit in my van and speak to myself. I could talk to myself. But, you know, why not record it? So I've been doing these videos now over a year and a half now with a couple of breaks in between. This is my therapy, you know. Will I keep doing this? Will I take another break? Possibly. I don't know. But for now, you know, I'm doing it. And I thank you to all those who do support me and give me those kind words. But you're looking at a guy here that's lost and really doesn't know what to do. He's just so tired and so exhausted. Being lonely absolutely sucks. It'd be different if it wasn't the only thing I ever desired, but it's the only thing I've ever wanted since I was 12 years old. And I thought by now that when I was that young that I would have a wife and kids and a family, and I'd be a father going to work and making money and taking care of his family and spending his weekends, you know, at the beach or, you know, at a water park or an amusement park, or just spending the weekend with his family, having a good time, going to a picnic, or, you know, whatever, those types of things. Those are the types of things I wanted when I was young. I didn't want fame. I didn't want fortune, you know, and I've said that a million times. I did not want, all I wanted was a wife, a kid, a family. That's all I wanted. And now at 32, it's just, the dream is pretty much dead. You know, I crafted this dream June 24th, 1994, after my first 6th grade year, and the first girl I ever liked. I built up the courage to talk to her. When she shot me down, that's when I crafted this dream that summer. And here I am 20 years later, and I'm still in the boat. The only difference is I'm older, uglier, more pathetic, and there is no end in sight right now. There's no end in sight, and I'm starting to get angry more than sad, so I'm going to cut it off. Thanks all you guys for watching. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.